3 Thunderstocks signed in tonight, so 4 heats for them. Starting on the pole of heat race number 1, it was scheduled to be the 22 of Brittany Myers. We don't see her out there. So the Knowledge Computers 52 of Tony Fraser from Guelph will start on the pole. On the outside, the number 40 from Brantford, the affordable touring and recovery car, that's Derek Liverance. Then we see the 13, the West Valley Shed in a Day, KD Renovations 13 for Casey Huffman. Also see the Burger Barn Ace 1 Construction 55 for Laura Hughes out of Flamborough, the Cousin Sheet Metal B23 for Dave Bittner Jr., the Redneck Trucking Symington Auto Pierce Water at number 8 for Dale Jacari. Also see the 66 of Brady Longboat and the 911H of Jamie Haza. Here we go with heat race number 1. The top 5 will transfer. So Brittany Myers does make it out in the 22. She will start from the rear of the field. And contact there between Liverance and Haza, the team cars, as Liverance in the 40 has a flat tire.
Huffman on the high side, works it off of corner number 4. Dave Bittner up to the second spot by Laura Hughes. Bittner had a great run last week in the 23.
So Huffman is up front in the 13. Bittner in the 23 had a good run going last week until contact put him out of the race. But Laura Hughes now up there as well. Dennis Dale Jacari and Tony Fraser in the 52. The rookie driver in the Mustang holding down the final transfer spot.
2 laps in, 6 to go. Black flag coming out for the 40 for that left front flat tire. And down the back chute, meanwhile, side by side for the lead. Bittner on the bottom, Huffman on the high side.
So Bittner will take over the lead in the 23. Back to second now, it's Huffman, Laura Hughes, and Dale Jacari right there as well, as the win is up for grabs in our first heat race for the Thunderstocks tonight.
So Bittner, your leader, Huffman in second, Laura Hughes third, Jacari fourth, and the 40 car will now, I thought he was going to pull it at the infield, but continues on slow in the bottom of 1 after a couple of black flags.
So Liverance now takes it to the pits in the number 40 as Huffman has to take evasive action. Meanwhile, behind our top 4, Tony Fraser doing his best to hold off Haza in the 911 and keep that final transfer spot.
Dave Bittner leading lap number 5, 3 more trips around for the drive of the B23. Then it's Casey Huffman, Dale Jacari, Laura Hughes has slipped back now to 4th, and Haza lost it up there in 2 as he was making ground on Tony Fraser in the 52.
So Bittner up front, Hughes back in the 4th spot, gets squirrely out of turn 4 as she was working on Jacari. But it's all Bittner right now with 2 laps left to go. Jacari now working on Huffman for the 2nd spot. And smoke out of the 66 of Brady Longboat up in turn number 1. Yellow flag is out as Longboat lips.
There's a big trail of fluid down the front stretch.
Yeah, Longboat did his best to get into their first feature race of the year in this first heat race. Dave Bittner, of course, had a good run going last week, was up in the top 5 before some contact got him spun around, and then there was a fire on the B23, so he's definitely looking for some better luck as we go back green flag racing here.
Green flag is out, back on with Bittner and Huffman. Now Jacari looks down low to the 13 of Casey Huffman. Coming down this time by, we'll see the white flag from Dale Shuttleman. Contact off of corner 2. Laura Hughes gets the car sideways, and some damage on the right front of the 55.
Yeah, Huffman got it pretty sideways up there in corner 2, and that left Hughes with pretty much nowhere to go. She finally does get the 55 refired, but we will have to go yellow as she is facing the wrong way on the backstretch. So tough luck for Laura Hughes, who was having a good run before Huffman.
Looking at this sign with a puzzled look, and it said this is a smoke-free environment. And Tony was upset over the sign, and good humor out of Tony.
So back at it in heat race number 1. Green and white coming out together with Bittner out front. Hughes in the final transfer spot in the 55.
So working through corners 1 and 2. Bittner, the leader. Jacari second. Huffman up high in third. Haza running in 4th. And Laura Hughes still in a transfer position at this point as they work it through 3 and off of 4 for the final time.
Dave Bittner seems to have found about the only bump on this track down there in turn 4, but he will get the win. Pizza Gales Auto Aftermarket number 5, it's Ryan Hess on his outside from Caledonia, the Rochester Nighthawks number 85 it's Ryan Dinning. For number 4 on the inside from Hagersfield, the Bomb Energy Drink OSTTC 24, it's Blake Bonbury Jr. On his outside, the DNS Auto Repair number 28 from Keister Center, it's Jim Lampman. Here we go with 8 cars, top 5 will transfer in heat race number 2.
Green flag out, and the field gets on it down into corner number 1 with Beagle, the pole sitter on the inside, but DeBoer fighting back on the outside. Trevor DeBoer in the 23, but here comes Ryan Dinning. 3-4 wide, make it down the back chute.
Now almost 5 wide there as they roll through corner 4 now with Cote on the bottom. One of those cars is not in a transfer. The rest of them all fighting for spots in the top 5.
Not too many tracks where you can go 5 wide, and here they are 3-4 wide down the back chute. Now Dinning, DeBoer, Lampman, and Cote.
It's a good thing Ryan Beagle doesn't have a mirror, because I don't think he would like to see 4 cars wide, all bearing down on him in the lead there. Lampman, who started at the tail in the 28, already up in his second now.
Dinning on that far outside line, making up a lot of ground slowly, pecking away at the leader's advantage. Now Lampman trying to make the move. Dinning on the outside of him in the 85.
Dinning up there, and now Beagle will get the 84 spun around a bit. He'll get it back underway, but he loses 3-4 spots here as Dinning will be the new leader with Lampman following him through.
Yeah, the 85, Ryan Dinning, your leader. The 28 of Jim Lampman in second. Then it's Trevor DeBoer in the 23 sitting third. Fourth will be Ryan Beagle in the 84. And the final transfer spot right now, the 38C of John Cote.
So Dinning has the lead with 4 laps in and 4 to go in our second heat race. Second, it's Lampman. Then it's DeBoer third. Here comes Beagle recovering in the 84 RK. He will take fourth back from John Cote. Here comes Blake Bonbury into the fight. He's trying to get a transfer spot.
Yeah, that Bomb Energy car number 24 looking strong now, trying to get into the top 5, working all over the back end of Ryan Beagle in the 84, down into corner number 1.
Good race for the lead going on as well behind them. It's 3 wide again for that third spot, but up front Lampman was beside Dinning in corners 1 and 2, and again down here in 3 and 4.
2 to go, says Dale Shuneman for the leader Ryan Dinning. Jim Lampman sticking with him though, down on the bottom groove as they work through corner number 2. Lampman on the bottom, Dinning in the high side.
So a pair of Thunderstock veterans dueling it out up front. Behind them it is Cote in third, DeBoer fourth. Beagle now sideways again. He's got the 5th and final transfer, but here comes Bonbury.
Yeah, Bonbury now into the top 5 as he works by Ryan Beagle in the 84K. So that final transfer spot going to be contested right down to the line. Meanwhile, at the front, Ryan Dinning in the 85, working the high side. He'll grab the win.
So Dinning gets the win. Second is Lampman. Third, for number 4 on the inside from Caledonia, the Window Works number 14 is Johnny Lowenberg, and on his outside, the 38 from Oshukin, it's Terry Martin. So again, the top 5 will transfer from heat race number 3.
Field comes to the green. Dave Bailey in that Brewster Baker 49 Gibbs Action Sport ride leads it down into corner number 2. And here comes the youngster Chase Hess, rookie driver, running right now in the top 5 of the standings. Been great all season long. He's up to second.
Last year's Rookie of the Year, Carl Salt, in the 81, up there into the third spot momentarily. Now Steve Hess gets back around him. Bailey out front, and it's a host of cars behind him looking for a transfer spot.
So Bailey, good to see him run Saturday night up at Flamborough Speedway on the asphalt, does a good job converting these cars. Meanwhile, troubles for Chase Hess. And the 7X up in corner number 4 to loop the car back around, and we stay green.
Hess is going to need a caution now, Chase Hess that is, if he's going to hope to get into the feature directly from his heat race. So that gives the 5th and final transfer to Johnny Lowenberg in that number 14 Mustang. And he's only had that car out for, I believe this is the 3rd week for that driver in the 14, doing a good job. Meanwhile, up front, it's Bailey trying to hold off Carl Salt.
Yeah, Carl Salt celebrating his 25th birthday today, trying to grab a checkered flag on his special day. Cross flags are out this time by 4 in, 4 to go for your leader, Dave Bailey.
So Bailey's got the high groove working, but Salt is working it down on the bottom and now gets alongside the 49 of Bailey. Meanwhile, behind them, it's Silverthorne, Hess, and Lowenberg with the final transfer spot right now. Up front again, side by side between Salt and Bailey.
Across the stripe, Salt on the bottom, Bailey on the high side. Bailey leads lap number 5, 3 more trips around to settle it. Salt gets a good run on the bottom, but Bailey keeping the momentum on the high side.
The bottom groove looks to be slightly better right now, but Bailey pounding away on that top side, not going away, as Salt will lead with 2 laps left to go.
Carl Salt looking to turn his season around. Missed one A main this year, and that's hurt him in the point standings. And here he is at the top of the class right now, leading the way in the 81. But here comes Dave Bailey back on the outside, not going away.
And Silverthorne is catching both of them as Salt gets the white flag. Bailey is second. Silverthorne has caught up in third. Then it's Hess fourth, and Lowenberg has the final transfer still in the 14. Troubles on the 7X of Chase Hess.
So he will have to go to tonight's B main and try and work his way into the feature. Off of corner 4 on his 25th birthday. Picks up a checkered flag. Carl Salt, your winner. The Great Lakes
of Lee Winger. Row number 4 on the inside. The 00 from St. Catharines is James Thompson. On his outside, the 05, also from St. Catharines, it's Pete Reed, making his first start of the year at Oshwegan.
Green flag is out, and the final qualifying heat is underway with Bill Bleach on the outside. In a 108.
3 wide here off of turn 2 is Bleach to the outside. Rodwell through the middle, and Dickey almost making it 4 wide on the bottom.
They work it through 3 and off of corner 4. Bill Bleach, your leader. Then it's 4 wide for second spot, and they all come through there somehow. Rodwell was in a tight confine there as they continue in a big pack off of 2.
Still 3 deep here out of 2. Onto the back straightaway they go. It's Dickey on the bottom, Van Wart in the middle, and Bill Bleach Jr. up around the top. They're going to go 3 wide behind them for 4th through 6th.
But Chris Dickey now at the top of the pile in his Monte Carlo. Bleach back to second, and it's Wyatt Van Wart, the current point leader in the 04, running second. He makes a charge down the back chute.
Guy on the move is Winger, stuck in the middle right now, and that Big Moose Deuce coming through the middle of 3. Reed to the bottom of him, Thompson on the inside. What a race we got, 3 wide again.
My mistake, Wyatt Van Wart second in points. The point leader is in the sandwich there, running for the 3rd spot. The 2 of Lee Winger right now sitting in 3rd. He is the current point leader.
Winger and Reed do their best to stay off one another as they get back to turn number 3. Wyatt Van Wart with the lead here in that green 04. Winger blasting to the outside of Reed to try and solidify second.
Here comes Chris Dickey down to the inside of Wyatt Van Wart, but the 04 will hold him off another time. Here comes a great run for Lee Winger on the high side, running 3rd.
Yeah, 3 solid lanes above everybody else as he's rooting under me here in turn number 2. He'll use the line where nobody else is. Takes it up to the outside corner now and challenging Dickey for the 2nd position.
Chris Dickey committed to that inside line. Can't get a run on the 04, Wyatt Van Wart. This time into corner 3, Lee Winger's going to draw up even with Chris Dickey.
Winger on the cushion here off of turn number 3. Dickey still holds on to lead. Bleach goes around in 4. The 108 will have to get going here or it will fall ill favor with the officials. And we'll watch how this one, if he fires up the minute they go yellow, he's going to be in trouble. Still running down there turn 4. And they're talking about it. Bleach stops on the inside of 4. See how they play this one.
So Wyatt Van Wart is your leader in the 04. Comes into tonight's 2nd place in points behind the 2 of Lee Winger. 2nd in the running order right now, the 1 of Chris Dickey. The Big Moose Deuce, the 2 of Lee Winger sitting 3rd. Pete Reed here tonight. Saw on Facebook, he said time to change his luck, and he was heading to the Big O here tonight. So the 05 of Pete Reed sitting in 4th and 5th. Last week's original winner, but it passed Tech at the end of the night, handing the win over to Wyatt Van Wart, the 00 of James Thompson.
So Liverence Fraser will now make up the front row as Myers elects to start at the tail of the field. Here we go, green flag out, 10 laps to go in our affordable towing and recovery Thunderstock B main. Top 4 will make it out of this one.
Tough sled when only the top 4 make it in here, Tommy. Ryan Beagle leading them down the back straightaway with Derek Liverance, and they're 3 wide behind that.
Yeah, hard racing here early on in the B main. Beagle up front again like he was in the heat race. And Fraser on the outside in the 52, starting to get that Mustang figured out in his 5th week of racing here at the Speedway. Billy Bleach started near the tail of the field. He's up into 3rd now. Melissa Miller up into 4th.
Bleach worked in the middle here off of 3 and 4. Melissa Miller in the 93 holding tight in the 4th position here.
So Miller holding off Ryan Hess and Bryce Richardson right now for that final transfer. And now she gets the inside of Tony Fraser looking for the 3rd spot.
Fraser, whoa, around 3 and he'll lose it right in front of Bryce Richardson. Rodwell just gets by on the inside. And the yellow will come out unless Fuel can get going. Fraser, can get going here on the outside of turn 4.
Well, Fraser is trying to get it going. Not sure if he's going to be able to, and we will have to go yellow as Fraser cannot get the 52 back under fire. So the 40 of Liverance hanging back quite a bit here and doesn't get going. So Rodwell in the 77 gets going instead. Bleach is the leader. But here comes Beagle to the inside as he looks for the lead. Melissa Miller and Bryce Richardson side by side.
Bleach down the back straight of this metric car. Ever quick Beagle here in the Gen 3 Camaro with Richardson holding on the inside, and it is slick down there in 3.
Now Melissa Miller goes for a spin. Everybody stops to avoid. Ryan Hess getting the worst of that one as he comes to a stop to avoid hitting 93 of Miller, and now we'll go. Here we go, green flag again. Beagle doesn't get a very good start there as he will fall back into the clutches of Rodwell and Richardson.
Rodwell was late getting here tonight. He had to text Doug Leonard and say, put me in the lineup. I do not want to miss my qualifying heat race, but end up in the B anyways. Bleach here in the 108 off of turn 4. Beagle running steady and smooth out of 4, and you can see where it gets loose down there. Halfway through.
So the top 4 have broken away. Those are your 4 transfer cars right now with 5 laps left to go. Bleach taking off from the rest of the field here. Beagle in 2nd. Rodwell now working on that spot with Richardson holding down the final transfer.
Top 4 have pulled away. They just kind of have to keep it clean and green here for about 4 more. As Bleach puts 6 on the counter, 4 to go. Top 3 transfer cars hanging tight with them here as they come out of turn number 2.
So those 3 cars need to make sure they don't put a wheel into each other here. They need to stay clean and green and take the final transfer spots. But now Beagle a little bit sideways. Here comes Richardson right on the back end of the 84 car.
And right on the back end of the 84 car. Bit of 16 cylinders helping each other out there as Rodwell tries to take it around the outside. Bleach to the inside of the Myers 22-man. She's been having a tough year moving up into the Thunderstocks. And out of 4, 2 to go for Bill Bleach Jr.
So not the place Bleach wants to be, but if he wins this, he'll only start 1 spot behind the points leaders. So not too bad for Bleach if he can take this one down. 2nd, it's Rodwell now. 3rd is Beagle. Then it's Richardson with the final transfer. A long way back to Liverance and Miller, 4th and 5th and 6th, I should say.
Straight into 1 goes the leader, Bill Bleach Jr. in the trap, tapping eatery. 108 here off of turn number 2. Lap car not going to pose an issue. Rodwell solidly in 2nd. Beagle the 3rd, and Richardson with the final spot down the backstretch. Out of 4, here comes your winner of the B main. He'll punch his ticket into the A, Bill Bleach Jr.
Bleach gets the win. 2nd, it will be Rodwell. 3rd is Beagle. 4th, and in the final transfer to the feature, it's right on the field, the 11R Bryce Richardson. So 24 cars scheduled to go 20 laps in our affordable towing and recovery Thunderstock feature event. Here we go, green flag out from flagman Dale Shutterman. Laura Hughes jumps out to the early lead.
Off the bottom at 2, Hughes with the advantage. Bittner on the inside as well. They go down the back straightaway. Look for your favorite. They're looking for room through the pack.
Casey Huffman gets turned in corner 3, and almost all the field got through. Billy Bleach gets a beat, and we got a red flag for Dale Jacari upside down in corner 4. Loose wheels everywhere. Bittner, Ryan Dinning on the front row.
So Bill Bleach takes it to the pits. They will come back out after getting a look there. Bittner on the run. Green is out. Here we go into 1. Still looking for a complete restart.
Bittner on the bottom side with Jim Lampman. Dinning on the high side, then it's 4 wide off the second corner, and Bomberry backs out of it wisely.
Jim Lampman on the move, the 3-night-a-week warrior. Now Dinning off the outside of 4, and that's going to cost him 12 spots.
He'll gather it up and save himself from further damage in the standings. He'll file himself back in around the 8th, 9th position as Lee Winger down to the inside, 4 wide off the second corner.
Lampman getting around the Bailey 49, trying to chase down the Bittner 23. Off of 4 they come. Bailey with a good head of steam on the inside of 1.
So at the front, Dave Bittner leading the way. Bailey in second. Then it's Lampman and Steve Hess on the outside in the 777X. And Dave Silverthorne in the 9. Those are your top 5.
Hess trying to go up to the sprint car line right around the top. If you can hang it, it'll work. And he gets on the outside of Silverthorne. Lampman shuffled back to a 3-wide battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Watch Billy Bleach. He's already worked his way through the back half of the field. He's racing with Chris Dickey right now, trying to catch up to Peter Reed and the front portion of the field.
Hess right up on the outside. That is going to work for the 777X. And Silverthorne comes right up in front of him down the front straightaway.
Well, Bittner riding that close line to the wall, but Bailey finds an opening, sticks the nose in there, but can't keep the momentum going, and Bittner continues to lead into corner 3.
Bailey with Silverthorne around the outside. Silverthorne was poised to have a good run on opening night till he got tagged in the back end. Thompson's on the move in the 00 as well. Casey Huffman goes around in 4, stands on the gas, trying to keep it under green, and he will.
3 wide for the lead with Wyatt Van Wart trying to get into the mix as well. What a run up at the front. Dave Silverthorne, now your leader. Van Wart cuts down to the inside. I don't know how he missed the front bumper of Dave Bailey.
And he's kicked it on the left rear of Bittner here and tweaked it in a little bit. Silverthorne, your new leader.
Silverthorne leads at 3, but here comes Van Wart. He'll clear Dave Bittner for a moment. The car bobbles. Bittner charges back on the outside and grabs second back.
Silverthorne trying to get back what he had going for him about 3 weeks ago. And how about Winger? He had a tough week last week, and he's in the top 5 and moving on the outside.
Bittner had to get on the binders there off of corner 2. That opens the door for Lee Winger and Wyatt Van Wart. Van Wart pegged down to the inside blocks as he gets to the point, but Silverthorne with the momentum leads the lap.
There's 8 lanes around this track, and Winger is using them all now. From the outside to the extreme bottom. You guys want to fight down low? I'll take it to the top.
What a race at the front. Van Wart has the lead for a moment. Silverthorne on the outside, and here comes Winger, 1 lane up from that.
Let them bang on each other a little bit. Winger coming into the fight now, and he's got his choice of lanes. Nobody crowding him on either side. Let's see if he can bring the Big Moose Deuce up into a challenging spot.
It remains side by side for the top two. Wyatt Van Wart on the bottom. Dave Silverthorne on the top. Cross flags coming out from Dale Shuneman. We're halfway through this feature.
10 in, 10 to go as Winger pulls up along the outside of the Wyatt Van Wart 0-4. Still looking for racing room behind them is Bittner, Bailey, Thompson, and Salt.
Billy Bleach has worked his way into the top 10, and he's challenging here on this second pack of cars. The battle for fourth, a nice run by the 108 to get back up into contention.
As they come here into one, Wyatt Van Wart looking on the inside here of Silverthorne. Just praying for a bit of traction, but he cannot get it. Silverthorne knows us back out in front.
Mudplug rolling down the front stretch of the 108, I believe it is. Billy Bleach's front Mudplug, and now he gets turned sideways at 4. Oh, close call there on the wall. So you want to be a photographer, you say.
So Bleach running very hard, loses the handle in turn 4.
We've seen the fate of Bill Bleach here tonight as he's back in the pit area making repairs after that spin up in corner number 4. Green flag back on the field. Here comes Silverthorne on the outside. And Lee Winger now taking a peek down to the inside line.
8 laps to go, and Thompson on his outside. They bring it off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Silverthorne, Wyatt Van Wart, Winger, and Thompson.
Wyatt Van Wart right there. Oh, they might have made very, very slight contact off of corner 4, but we stay clean and green with Silverthorne, your leader. Van Wart charging on the bottom.
Winger right there, so is Thompson. Two of the toughest guys here. Adash week in and week out are battling right behind two other very tough guys in this one. And here comes Carl Salt. We've got all the heavy hitters at the top now.
Yeah, the birthday boy now into 5th, going to the outside of the 2 of Lee Winger. Carl Salt, 25 years old today, trying to crack into the podium finish here tonight.
Thompson clears Winger. He got to victory lane a couple times this year, had a 1-inch problem last week that DQ'd him. Looking to right the ship here tonight as Thompson gets underneath Silverthorne.
The affordable towing and recovery 04 Wyatt Van Wart leads the way. Thompson muscling his way into the second spot as he works low on Silverthorne down into corner 3.
As they come off of 4, Wyatt Van Wart with the lead. Silverthorne holding on to second, and Thompson trying to get a bit of gumption and traction to fight it out.
So Van Wart now with a 1-car advantage over Silverthorne. James Thompson sitting in 3rd. Lee Winger 4th. The battle right now is for the 5th spot. Carl Salt, Dave Bailey side by side.
Silverthorne and Van Wart have cycled up in front, pulling away a bit. Thompson and Winger left to battle back there. Same deal with Bailey and Salt.
You wonder if Silverthorne's just biding his time, waiting until the white flag flies to make his move. This time by its 2 to go, Silverthorne shows the nose down the stretch.
As they come into 1, it is Wyatt Van Wart really slow through 2 with Silverthorne, pushing him onto the backstretch.
Down into 3 they go. This time by will be the white flag. If Dave Silverthorne has anything for Wyatt Van Wart, it's time to show his hand as they go across the stripe. One more trip around.
Van Wart was a bit loose out of 4 there. Can Silverthorne set him up here as he's got a bit of the Elvis hood action, and here he comes on the bottom.
Silverthorne had a run there off of corner 2. He could have got into the 04 there. 04 bobbles off of corner 4. Will we see it for the second feature in a row? Wyatt Van Wart holds on for the win. Silverthorne second, then it's James Thompson. The 2 of Lee Winger, Dave Bailey rounding out the...